So tonight, we're going to be making egg drop soup, which is so simple and takes like 5 minutes. So, you really just want a bowl of soup that's very healthy, hearty, whatever. This is your best bet. Just so quick. It's not hard to cook for yourself quickly and easily. You just have to figure out what. So, in this bowl, I have an egg, which I've whisked with some salt and pepper. You want to whisk it if you want that nice, even, golden, noodle ribbons in your soup, whatever, like a restaurant. But you could, in theory, not in theory, in practice, you can just crack the egg into the broth and do it that way without whisking it first. I like to whisk it first. It doesn't take that much time. I'm just using the bowl that I'm going to eat out of anyway, so I'm not dirtying any extra dishes except for a fork. To make a broth, if you actually have a nice chicken stock, that's best, but really, if you aren't already buying chicken bouillon in some form and you want to cook for yourself quickly and healthily, I don't know, buy it, please. If you want to stay healthy, try to get one that's, no artificial crap, no MSG, whatever. Yeah. So you put your little pot full of water. What I do to gauge how much soup I need, because I just make one bowl at a time, I fill my bowl up with water and I dump it into the pot, and then it's the perfect amount of soup. And then I do the egg with the seasoning. While this water is heating up, I'm going to add my butter and my bouillon in just a second. You'll see that. And then when this is at a simmer, we're going to stir it and pour this in slowly, and that's how it's going to cook in the simmering water into those nice fine ribbons that you get in egg drop soup. And then that'll be it. So let me get a butter knife for this and something to put a little of that in there, and I'll be right back. So our water is simmering already. We're just going to turn that down. We just want it to simmer. We don't need it to boil. Turn that down. Let me get some of this bouillon. I don't know. Just add it depending on taste, honestly. There's instructions on bouillon on the top, and if you want to start with those and then figure out what you like, I think that'll be the best way. So, yeah, that looks good to me, like a good amount of chicken brothy flavor. I'm going to use this spoon to eat with, so I'm just going to set it there. The butter, any good broth has a good amount of fat content. You can, if you want to do this more traditionally, add sesame oil. I don't have sesame oil. I use butter for everything, so butter it is. Now, I'm going to hopefully somehow set the camera up so that I can pour in this while I stir at the same time, and then I'll have egg drop soup. That's it. It's done. So I'm going to show you that, and then the egg drop soup will be done. It'll be soup. This is a terrible angle, but that's fine. You can see my hands, and that's what matters. You want to stir it gently. You don't want to sit there and be, beating the shit out of it. And you want to pour slowly and small amounts. And this is how you're going to get nice, large, fluffy ribbons. If you pour really quickly, if you stir really quickly, you just get lumpy messes, chunky, choppy, weird egg drop soup. That's it. I have just completed this egg drop soup. It looks delicious and amazing. It's got nice wide yellow ribbons of egg. I'm just gonna set my bowl there. I'm gonna set my bowl in the sink because one-handed pouring makes me nervous. And then I'm gonna pour all my soup into my bowl. Perfect amount because I measured the water with the bowl. And Voila. You have just made yourself delicious, hearty egg drop soup. Super easy. I add, oh, one thing I forgot to say. I add the salt and pepper to the egg because if you just add it to the broth, I find that it like settles at the bottom of the broth, and then like the more you eat, the more salt and pepper you get. But if you add it to the egg, it like cooks into the ribbons, and you don't find yourself like struggling at the end of your soup with a weird salt pepper mass. So, that's it. Make yourself soup. Take care of yourself. Yum.